What's up, guys? Welcome out. Well, today, you can see by the puddles behind me, it rained. So I was out in the vine beater beating last night. It rained. I can't vine beat today. So we're gonna finish up, if I can point to it, this. We're gonna put all the belted chain on. Man, I cannot talk today. So I'm gonna set you up on a tripod and you can watch us put the chains on. We are trying to get where Christopher's standing is where the secondary is. So we're trying to get the secondaries on, and then we got to put the diviners on, and then we got to put the primaries on. So I'm mic'd up, so I will go help. Where do you need help, Christopher?
Probably pulling from the bottom right now.
From the bottom?
Abajo de esta. Pero abajo y luego arriba.
Aquí es donde yo les digo que usen el mecate que traigo. Ahí va bien. Allí donde van a quedar.
It's like a big boy jungle gym in here, where everything can hurt you.
Espérenle, no todo. Párate de este lado, no tengas miedo, no te caes. Espérenle porque si no, pues. Estamos arriba de la.
Si te cae, yo.
Dale, va muy lejos.
I'll just come down where you're at.
No, todos van a ser dos tirados ahí. Agárrenla, chúmpela.
I'll try to not show any butt crack, but no promises. I've got a mic on and it's recording, so.
Ya doblenla para acá porque si no después no la doblan.
G-rated.
Family friendly. That's what we're all about.
Pero allá, mira, pues ¿a poco va a alcanzar hasta allá? Sí, se puede pasar aquí, ¿no? Ahora sí.
And this is why when you're a potato farmer, you have to have more help on your farm, because there's, I think, let's see, 8 of us trying to put this chain on. I know, when you were like, I need help pulling from the bottom. He's like, I can't fit under there.
That's why I crawled over here. Wait. ¿Ya me alcanza el otro, no? Todavía no.
That problem with the secondaries is to fix any rollers inside of them, you have to pull.
Yeah, because you can't get inside of them anywhere. Is that roller still? Granted, I don't know that one carries weight.
There's a couple of them that look bad, but the metal on the side is bent.
Oh, that's what I'm looking at then.
There's one over here, two on the other one inside.
I guess we shouldn't pull on it because then they can't lift it around that sprocket.
I just pulled
Wait.
There's plenty of slack. Oh dear. Well, now we're not going to be able to give them any slack. I'm stuck.
Go down under.
Hold on. I'm stuck.
Oh, you have to go under that one, huh?
Yeah.
Push it up right here.
And then over this one.
Okay, ahora dele más.
Okay, dale más.
Oh gosh. I should have grabbed my knee pads. Now does it just go around this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other two are for the diviner.
Más. Un poco más.
Poquito más. It's the very little Spanish I know.
Sí, que no quede vuelta abajo para que quede bien tirante.
Christopher speaks Spanish, so he's our translator.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They only have to go another 2 feet.
Solo una vez más o dos.
That's good.
Ahí está bien.
That's good, it's good.
Ok, ya está bien, yo creo.
Oh, now I'm trapped.
Vamos a conectar esta y luego podemos.
Oh, yep, I'm definitely trapped. Can I? Is there a space? Oh, there's a space. I thought there was a bar above my head.
Lo subimos, yo creo, atrás. Sí.
Now we only have to do that 4 more times.
On this.
But the back, we'll,
On this, actually, yeah, 4 more times on this, and then we have the crossover.
all right, let's get those two hooked up, and then we can put the diviners on, and then we'll do the
Yeah,
pressure.
the diviner.
Okay,
But we need to put the link connectors in.
all right.
Ahí sí, chiste, Juan, con él. No está la otra, mira, ya está la otra batería aquí, mira. Agárrate la que está allá, junto a la llanta.
Walking around on this thing when almost everything spins and moves. It's kind of sketchy. It's kind of sketchy. Now we have to put the connecting rods in. And because it's super muddy because of all the rain, we have to lay on cardboard unless we want to get really muddy.
Because we didn't get this done on a sunny day, we gotta play in the mud.
Yeah.
It's been a little.
Por ahí.
Por ahí, sí.
¿Tengo?
Sí. Does it have a plastic piece out here? The rubber?
Hey, travel?
No,
Plástico, you keep picking up.
It's all right. It's right there on the.
Oh, right here.
there's pieces of rubber that go over the connecting rod, so it doesn't bruise the potatoes, and it doesn't let the little ones fall through.
That thing is when you pull it, it tightens. You have to push it.
Hey, you want to put your plastic?
Espera.
Oh, man.
Good.
Wow.
One down.
Now try to put the plastic cover where it's not going to run on the sprocket.
Now we have to do the other side, and then we'll put the diviner on. So I'll just cut you guys to when we're putting the diviner on. All right, so now we're trying to get the diviner on. We got to pull it over the back. I'm going to climb over there.
Sí. No, ir arriba. A ver, que le levanten allá primero.
Are we hooked?
Well, between it being hooked and me standing on it, doesn't help.
Yeah, you can't stand on it. It really won't work.
Hard to find getting up.
Arriba, allí usted. Oh, le llevo.
Oh, yeah. I gotta go over. Oh, I'm getting hit in the back.
Espérense. Dejen a ver la echar por abajo. Un chile allí usted, Toño, porque está atorado ahí.
Oh.
It
It goes underneath here.
Yeah, go down in there.
Yep. Goes around. Let's see. Does it go around both of those rollers?
Yes.
Okay.
Little bit more.
And how do you want to run this? Do you want to run all the way to the back, Christopher?
Yeah, you have to do it up in the very back.
Want to go under? I got a lift back here with the current.
All right. Oh. You got it? Now I'll give you a view from the back as we do the other side. We also have to do up these connectors.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put it like this. Right.
I think they're trying to get it underneath now. Got to go up and over all the rollers. And you have to, there's a whole bunch of rollers and you have to pick which one. You have to go around the right ones or else it'll catch on everything.
There's one more. We'll go under right here.
Okay, that's good.
Push it a little more.
That should be good to hook them up.
Pull it a little bit.
We have all of our pipe movers here helping
Where'd you
us
stand it? Yours.
because it rained and they don't have to move pipe.
This is the heavy one. No, that one.
No, this one.
This
That
is
one
the
is
heavy.
heavy.
This one's like twice as long. So yeah, this one's, the diviner's a lot heavier. All the chains are heavier on this.
I don't know, because that.
Except for maybe the, well,
You look at the pin.
there's three. Yeah, that one, the crossover has 3 diviners because it's a 6-row. So each diviner does 2 rows.
Los otros estaban malos.
Miss-
If you want to, ¿quieres levantarlo y ponerlo?
Nadie lanzó unos. Nadie lanzó unos tornillos.
Lift that up here.
Somebody put it.
All right.
Taiwan.
Nope, I don't have one. Christopher has them.
Already you have the other one.
All right. So these are a lot easier to do than the primaries and secondaries because it's just a bolt. There's just a bolt instead of a rod that goes all the way through. Okay, we got those together. Okay, so now we're putting the primaries on, which are the 2 front chains. So these ones don't have rubber on them because they usually carry so much dirt that they don't need the rubber. The potatoes won't fall through because there's so much dirt in and around them. But we're gonna get this one put on now. Our guys have done this for a lot of years, so they know what they're doing. problem they're having is they have to pull it up and it drags on top of the diviner chain and they have to pull it around the sprockets. Well, because it's hooking on the diviner chain, it's hard to pull. So it looks like they're going to tie a rope to it so they can get it pulled up and over.
Okay, wait. Nosotros tenemos que echarlo aquí arriba.
Now we got to go over this next one.
Dale poquito, por arriba.
Un poquito más.
Un poco más. No vas a cargar porque me he hecho. Si te echas ahí te llevan los cadenas. Que se está cansando es este. Ahí va, dale, mira. ¿Más? Agárrale ahí abajo y ayúdale ahí. Hombre, el tarro fuerte. No puede. El tarro fuerte, ¿cómo lo va a estar ayudando? ¿El mismo? ¿Verdad, todo? Sí, no. Tiene que pegar ahí en las orillas. No va a poder detener esta cadena.
Okay,
Maybe it's enough.
that's good.
Yeah.
We can put the pin in there. Now we just have to put the link in. Just gonna snap this one on, make it easy. All right, it's on. Magic of movie making. So now there's the connecting rod. They're just putting the connecting rods in and those will be done. And then up here, Christopher's working on the star table on this. This gets all the dirt and some of the vines out. And Trevor has all these new ones. So worn, new. So we're replacing it was pretty much just on this end. We're replacing all the ones that were on this end. So we've got a pile of them.
Some spuds got caught last year and wore them out.
Yeah, some potatoes, they'll get stuck between this shaft right there and the rollers. They'll just sit there and this just spins on them and wears them out. So hopefully we don't have that happen this year. All right, well, they just got it up. They had to use the crowbar to pry it around the front of this, but we got that one all back together. We got it back up in there. So now we're just bolting it up. We are still missing one roller that'll go right here, but the shaft is bad. So they're bringing parts and everything out for that today. So we'll have to finish that one up later and we'll get that put in.
Must have been two different engineers that worked on this side versus that side.
Here we're still working on replacing a bunch of rollers, and then they're still taking the potatoes out. Take them out before we put them back in. We'll see if this semi, I don't know how far back he can get. We'll see if he can get all the way back into the cellar. If he can get all the way in, then they're probably about half done. And then this is Titan Machinery. They just dropped off our backhoe that's been broken for about 2 months. So we have this is the boom chain. We have this new chain we're putting on, and it's super heavy. Nobody can lift it because it's really long. So we actually hooked it to the old one, and we're gonna try and pull it on with the motor. Problem is it's rolled backwards, so it's gonna want to roll into the machine. So we put this pipe right here. So hopefully it just kind of rolls right there, but we honestly don't know what's gonna happen. So we're gonna record it to make sure we get this chaos on film. Hey, it's kind of working. You gotta pull the top. You gotta pull the top down. Hey, Redneck Engineering is working. This will make it so much simpler if this works. It looks like it's working really well though, so. They just have to pull the slack out here, otherwise it just coils up on the ground on that side, so. Would you look at that? This is the easiest we've ever done a chain. Mechanical advantage, baby. Right there's about right. Perfect. I don't think that could have worked any better. That worked pretty good. Now we just have to take this pin out, hook it up, and we're good. And we're done. Man, that was easy. Well, we dragged the belt over here with the skid steer. We started rolling it up, and now it's too heavy to roll by hand. So we're gonna use the skid steer to roll it up. I think we might keep this as a spare because it was okay. There's this one bad link. See how Christopher's skid steer operator skills are. Better than mine because I don't operate the skid steer very often. But we'll get it rolled up and then we're gonna put it back on this pallet over here so we can use it again if we need to. Now we'll just roll it right onto the pallet. Well, maybe. Just a little more. It's proving to be more difficult. It keeps getting stuck on the forks. But it's on the pallet, so now we can move it. All right. Well, this is the bad one sitting over here on the bench. He brought all new parts out. So we are building a new star roller. But these things don't want to go on very good. They're difficult. And the WD-40 only works for about 2 or 3. Gotta relube it. This is one of the bad rollers, those round rollers. Didn't you guys already fix the round one?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Army surplus we got all those milk crates from? Or cow ranch?
Oh, cow ranch. I don't know if Army surplus has milk crates.
There's all those rollers out there in the cardboard boxes.
Oh yeah?
Are now all just gonna fall out.
Cardboard doesn't hold up in the rain. Come on. All right, it's gonna need some more lubie.
More lubage.
We're getting there.
Yep.
We've almost got all the stuff replaced that's bad on the harvester. Crossover, they're out right now replacing a whole bunch of rollers and things, and then we have to put all the chains on that. You don't want to smell like WD-40? I like the smell of WD-40. I don't know what it smells like. It just smells like WD-40. Can you put one more on there? Isn't there a ring that pushes against them?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they'll wear. So we probably need to put them pretty tight. This is the one that is bad, and I mean everything's fine except for the fact that we welded all the stuff on the end and ruined the shaft. But we have a new one. Luckily, we only had to replace one. The other one, we just had to replace a dozen stars. All right, we had to put a pause on the harvester. We are now pulling our new equipment out to the cellars where we're gonna start. So we've all kind of hooked up to something. I've got the expandable behind me. Trevor's got the piler. Christopher and Josh both have conveyors. And yeah, we're on our way out to the first cellar that we're gonna start at. So we're gonna go out there. We got to get this stuff set up because tomorrow Spudnik is coming out to make sure all the power and everything works and that everything runs correctly. So we're going to take everything out there, make sure it's there, so when they come out, everything's there and they can test it. So that's what we're doing right now. You can see the expandable behind me. It doesn't track quite straight, so I have to drive about in the middle of the road or else the tire drops off into the borrow pit. So always fun times on the farm. Hey, we're here. Trevor just got in here. We have the expandable and 2 conveyors. We'll have a whole bunch more conveyors we have to go get, but we're trying to get this to where we can get it in the cellar, because this will go in pointed in, but then the expandable, that little hitch right there, will hook to the front of this. So we'll have to hook it up to power and drive it in. All right, we have everything hooked up. They just hooked up the steering ram. We do still have to take the hitch off, but it works. It has power. We had to put a big 100 amp plug to run it, but it's on, it's working, and everything's going the right direction so far. We haven't turned any of the belts on yet though, so we'll do that in a minute. We got this hooked up, but the hydraulic motor, the motor that powers the hydraulics, is spinning backwards. So we're rewiring it, and of course it had to start downpouring. You can barely see over there, and it's supposed to rain the rest of the day, so we're trying to get this done in the cellar before we're all completely soaked. Don't you love playing with electronics in the rain?
As long as I know it's unplugged.
We're moving slowly. Got it hooked up. Now we're just driving it into the cellar. This thing is real slow though. It's still pouring on us. I'm completely soaked. Luckily, it's doing pretty good in the mud. Okay, we're now in the cellar. I've got Christopher in tow with the expandable hooked to the back. Now we're going to unchain the expandable so it can start to extend. So we got to take this chain off. Hold this pin because this isn't straight, so there's another hole right here. So we're going to move this all the way over, and then this can move back and forth, so you can kind of adjust where this goes into the hopper. So we're just lengthening it out to put it in a different hole so we have a little bit more adjustment. It's raining so hard outside. We're inside of a metal A-frame cellar. It's got a metal roof on it, so you can really hear the rain. Okay, we're all the way to the end. That is the back wall. Got it all set up and ready. We're just adjusting a few things on this little side conveyor. This conveyor it'll spit the dirt out, and we're just gonna have a little dump wagon that'll collect all the dirt. But this is an old A-frame cellar. It's a little nicer than ours because this has a concrete floor. So it is a little bit nicer. It's not as long, but there's 2 of them out here. So should work pretty good. We're really excited to try out all this new Spudnik equipment. Push this conveyor in through all the mud, and now we're getting it adjusted. Since these are all hopper conveyors, it has this little tilt on the end. So we just had to lift these up, and then this will just tilt down into the hopper. So we're gonna get this all set up. We have 2 other conveyors that we gotta put on the other end and over there. We just came in this other cellar. This is the one next to it. And you can see that it's raining right now and it's leaking into the cellar. So not the most sealed up cellars, but hopefully we don't have to store them in here for too long. All right, we are done out here. We have to adjust. We didn't get everything hooked up because we have to adjust the conveyors. They have a hopper on one end and then a little tip down spout on the other end. Well, the hopper's too high and the spout's too low. So we found some bolts that we can adjust and we can change it, but we have to go get jacks and things. But because it's so rainy and muddy, we're just going to go back to the shop and work on a few more things there, and we'll come out tomorrow and probably fix that tomorrow. But they do make it pretty adjustable to where we can do that. We can change the heights of everything, so that's nice. But yeah, we're gonna go back to the shop and finish a few things we were working on there, and hopefully stay out of the rain, because I am now soaked from standing out in the rain. Okay, we're back here at the shop now. We pulled this is our new sorter table. We pulled it over. This is what will sort out all the dirt and rocks and vines and rotten potatoes. But there's a few things like these little chutes where they throw. It's like we need to modify them somehow. I don't know if they just gave us the wrong ones or what, but these are not long enough, because it's gonna hit that chain right there when you throw stuff in. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of modifying there. And then we had to put this shield right here was just flopping around, so we drilled a hole right here and put a bolt in it. So a few things here and there that we still need to do, but we are going to be taking all this out to the cellar tomorrow. Hopefully it won't be raining, and we got to set it all up because Spudnik's going to come and make sure everything is running, and we may go get a few loads to run across it to see how it works. But as you can see, it's kind of muddy, so we might not do that because we might not be able to get into the fields. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining me on this lovely adventure on this wet and rainy day. Make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button, and I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.